going on, Bandidos? So, the PTS Phase 2 patch notes are here for Season 10, and it wouldn't be prudent to not say, brace yourselves. Hit that like right now and comment, what the F, down below. Let's go. Gear. So it changed 3-piece set bonus reward from 20% ammo capacity to 20%. Big change, guys. A magazine size increase. We were talking about that. I was like ammo capacity. I was like, I never care about ammo capacity. I just don't. I mean, there are a few weapons that could use it, but you know, it's just not worth speccing into your build. I'd rather just go to the ammo crate and pick it up. Now, magazine size is amazing though. That's more DPS because it's less reloads, right? I don't know how I feel about the 20%. Maybe that's good, maybe it's not so great, we'll see, but that's better than ammo capacity. They just added DPS to that set, so great. So buffed, oh, they buffed the talent, good. So allies within 50 meters of player deployed skills again gain 30% reload speed and reduce their active cooldowns by 0.6 seconds. Okay, all right, I still don't know if I like that talent, but okay. Here it is, the Picaro's holster. Looks like they nerfed it. Okay, so they removed the 20% weapon damage bonus from the attributes. Okay, so it was an extra core basically. And instead, Picaro's holster will now provide a 20% weapon damage perfect core attribute and roll normally 2 random attributes. That sucks. So basically, you're gonna get 5% more weapon damage. What do you think about that? That's just basically a walker. Yeah, they always do that. They just kind of nerfed it into the ground. Like I don't know if I'd run that piece for an extra 5%. I don't know, we'll have to see, but definitely doesn't make it best in slot at all. Good job, everybody that was saying it's too strong and needs a nerf. Typical Division 2 nerfing right there. Now nobody's gonna use it. That's too much, man. It's just too much. The devs listened. Everybody was going up there and the PTS saying it needed to be nerfed because they were saying, well, it's so strong. Why would you run anything else in that holster? Well, there's lots of reasons to go outside of best in slot. That's why that piece never needed to be nerfed. There's only one build where it would maintain and stay best in slot and never change, and that's your all red standard contractor's gloves, Fox's prayer knee pads, the coyote mask, vigilance on your backpack. That would have been your holster, but not anymore. An improvised piece might even be better. And you're like, oh yeah, but you're gonna get the skill haste. I don't need skill haste. I don't care about that skill haste. It's not keeping me alive. I don't know. I think they listened to the wrong people. That was one of the loudest pieces. So there was 2 pieces. I mean, like the other gear might as well have not existed because the only thing I kept hearing everybody crying out was this one. This one and the Lefty shotgun. Those are the only 2 pieces you heard everybody saying. So we haven't got to the shotgun. I guarantee by the time we get to it, that was nerfed all of. I saw it differently. I listened to what they said about it. Possibly takes away build diversity if it's going to be best in slot. But then I cycled it through all my builds that I have, and I got thousands of builds. So that was a lot of cycling. I cycled through like 150 builds that I created in the last like 3 days, and I was like, no, it wouldn't be on that build. It wouldn't be on that build. It wouldn't be on that build. It wouldn't. So it's only the best in slot, and it only removes build diversity if you're one of those guys that runs the same build every single day. If you run the same build every single day, contractor's gloves and Fox's knee, but if you can't get away from that, then yes, this is going to remove build diversity from you, but it's also going to help you. Yeah, but for me, for people that love making lots of builds, it's gonna add to our build diversity, not take away from it. It was going to add. We'd be playing into the skill tier and then trying to run a second piece somewhere and get that extra skill tier. But now it's going to be like, I don't even know if I want to use that piece. That was the most exciting piece out of everything for me. So to see it getting nerfed, I haven't got to Lefty yet. We'll see. I'm sure it's pretty bad. Okay. So lame. All right, moving on. Umbra Initiative gear set. So it didn't look super hot, right? It looked kind of okay, but I don't know for sure until I get my hands on it because it was kind of borderline. So let's see. So based on our tests and player feedback, we conclude that the offensive bonus provided with the Umbra Initiative gear set wears out too fast for it to feel meaningful. To address this, we have decided to reduce the stack's attribution. Attribution meaning like it's wearing off. So they reduce the wear off. So while out of cover, agents loses 2 stacks instead of 4 per second at normal speed and 1 sec. So they cut it in half. The loss is down to in half. So it's kind of like what they did back in the day with Striker. It'll last a little bit longer. And so the question for that is 100% crit damage and RPMs enough? But we know that RPMs are really strong in this game. Wouldn't it be cool if it provided you with enough crits where you didn't have to add any more? But that could be an interesting little thing. Okay, into the light. We decided decided to boost the healing bonus provided with the Umbra Initiative. Increase armor regen from 0.5% to 0.8, basically, when consumed. So stronger heals. So ongoing directive has got some new shit coming. Basically, you now mark targets. When that enemy dies, everybody's gonna get some sort of hollow point ammo. So you get full, they get half of your mag. So it now becomes a party set. Onto the strikers. So it sounds like we're gonna get some bad news here. Oh, referencing Heartbreaker, that is not a good sign. I knew that because I was comparing Striker with Heartbreaker. And I was like, oh, why would they be inconsistent with how they treat Striker and Heartbreaker? Oh, this is not gonna be good. With the addition of the Heartbreaker gear set in Season 9, Striker has lost its place as the pure offensive beast that it was designed to be. Additionally, the fix to make Heartbreaker stacks additive instead of multiplicative also needed to be applied to Striker for both sets to behave consistently. I called that! I was like, that was inconsistent behavior from the devs. I'm not sure they're taking it the right direction at all, but I knew that Heartbreaker set was inconsistent. We have taken this change into account and are rebalancing to make sure it doesn't result in a reduction of its damage bonus. All right, so change damage modifier from multiplicative to additive. Oh, ouch. Oh, that hurts so bad. I'm muting my mic so I can cry a little bit. 1 second. Well, the good news is your 3-piece striker just had a reemergence. It was not overpowered. I don't understand. It wasn't overpowered at all. You know what I mean? It was just right. And you're so squishy with this thing, right? You know why they're doing this though, right? People were reviewing the Umbra Initiative and people were saying, why would I run this over Striker? Why would I run this over Hunter's Fury? It's all about this. This is all about Umbra Initiative. People were saying, why would I run Umbra Initiative over Striker? Why would I run it over Negotiators? And so this nerf, I have a feeling, is because of that feedback. Like, well, let's give them a reason. Let's weaken Striker. Oh, so weapon hits increase total weapon damage. So total weapon damage is good. We like to see this word total. Weapon damage by 0.65%. So they increased this by 0.15% and stacking up to 100 times. So right now it's 50 times. 2 stacks per loss per second between 0 to 50. Okay, they complicated it. So this is just regular. This is without the chest. Just so you know, Striker's Gamble is without the chest, without the backpack. That's the 4-piece bonus. So they gave us more damage per stack and they gave us more stacks. So overall, that's a lot of damage. So this may not be so bad. 2 stacks lost per second, 0 to 50 stacks. 3 stacks lost per second between 50 and 100 stacks. That might suck. Press the advantage, increase max stacks for Striker's Gamble from 100 to 200. Wow. So now it's just like this Heartbreaker chest piece, right? Increase max stacks for Striker's Gamble from 100 to 2. So you're gonna have 200% additive damage of total weapon damage of 0.65%. So that's 130% total weapon damage. 4 stacks lost per second between 100 and 150 stacks. 5 stacks lost per second. That's just, I don't like that part. It's just complicating it. Just give it to us. Basically, they're making this high value only relevant when you got a shit ton of targets, okay? Gotta say that's really rare. And what I mean is, like, even on Legendary, okay, that's gonna be hard. So you think, well, in Legendary, you know, the enemies are tankier, so that you're gonna be able to shoot. No, but the thing is, problem is, like, with Legendary, you're gonna get pressed back. Instead of press the advantage, press the disadvantage. And Legendary, you can't stay out shooting the whole time. You're gonna usually get pushed back into cover. There's so many issues here, guys. Strikers causes ammo issues. So if you put this like on a FAMAS, for example, right? And so the only thing that's helping you with the ammo issues is having enough damage to kill that enemy so you can start deleting targets off of the table so you don't need more ammo. Because you're not gonna have as much damage, and because you gotta maintain, in order to maintain your best damage, you gotta constantly be firing. And these are hits. You're not just shooting, you gotta be hitting targets. They're not all just standing there. Like, it's gonna be really hard to reach that 200, and if you get there, it's not gonna last very long. So when you're at the lower end of your stacking, when you're down to 0 to 50 stacks, like, you're gonna be so weak, it's gonna take more ammo to bring down an enemy, and you're gonna make your climb, and by the time you're up here, you're gonna be out of ammo. This is a big ammo issue. And so we were barely getting by with the ammo that we have. I gotta say that I use Strikers a lot, and that was one of its weak points, is that you could run out of ammo. That was a weak point. And on very strong, all red Strikers builds, the strongest Striker builds, I'm talking like pristine example, perfect focus chest pieces, everything. Like, risk management is the backpack. Okay, so press the advantage is the chest. I think this is a big buff, actually. This is great right here. I like this part. Increased total weapon damage gain per stack from 0.65 to 1%. They just gave us a reason to run the backpack, which could be pretty cool. Does that make that stronger than Vigilance? Possibly. So that's 70% total weapon damage. That's pretty cool. That makes the backpack really good, actually. There's a positive. Even if you take a bullet, it doesn't get disabled. Doctor's home. Okay, exotic variation of the M1A CQB rifle. We're happy with the fantasy and exotic mechanic of this weapon, but we agree that it needs a bit of a kick to become a truly valuable alternative to other weapons the Division 2 has to offer. Increased RPM from 200 to 350, great. I'm sure that small mag is gonna help there. I mean, so yeah, that's gonna help its DPS, I get that. So yeah, it's better than nothing. Busy Little Bee. We decided to simplify the mechanics of the Busy Little Bee and refocus on the simpler fantasy. Thank Jesus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go. Use a pistol to build a stack, swap weapon to consume the buff. It's more about buffing your primary weapons. It's like the orbit. So each shot to a different target will give 1 stack up to 10 max. So 10 stacks, with each stack giving 20% weapon damage. So 200% weapon damage. Not total. Notice there's no total there. Stacks will activate once the weapon is switched and will last for 10 seconds. So you got 10 seconds of 200% weapon damage. Changing weapon again during the said 10 seconds will cancel. Okay. Actually, this is a lot better. It's definitely less confusing at least. So that's good. I think this is probably gonna be more useful. Actually, I would say that's better than the orbit. You gotta have 2 targets standing in front of you at a minimum. So that's the thing. I mean, that's not that hard, but it does make it a little bit situational. But the good news is that you don't have to kill them. And I also don't like that if you kill somebody with the orbit, you only got 10 seconds to switch back to your primary weapon. And it's only crits. Like, what if your weapon isn't based off of crits? What if your build is based off of headshot damage and you don't need crits? And so weapon damage is definitely more useful to more builds because of that. Crit builds can use more weapon damage also. So I like this. So the only part we'll see is like how situationally annoying is it to shoot 2 targets 5 times and while trying to stay alive. Here it is. Here's a Lefty, the one we've all been waiting for. Let's see what they did to it. So change the damage values from the mop named shotgun to ACA shotgun. Yes, it was too powerful. Okay, so they nerfed it all the way into the ground. But really, it's not a nerf. It was an error. We could see that. This one needed a power change. This is one of the ones that was so crazy strong that I saw guys solo legendary with this ACS 12, making it look like they were playing like heroic. So let's just get this straight. Let's just make sure we're on the same page here with the Lefty. So now it's a shotgun that you got to throw a grenade out in order to get any benefit from it. If you're not going to throw your grenade out, this weapon is not going to bring you any value. They didn't give you any additional RPM than the ACS 12, and they're not giving you a bigger mag than the ACS 12. Because they're matching the existing ACS 12. So there's no improvements anywhere. If you're into throwing grenades, this one you might like it, or you could just run Optimist or something like that and get great damage without throwing a grenade. Because what if you throw your grenade and your grenade misses and then they start shooting at you and now you're dead? Oh, and then you're like, well, wait, hold on, guys. Let me throw out a second grenade now. Don't shoot at me yet. Let me throw out a second grenade and let's see if this one hits you. No, that one missed too. Oh, okay, please don't shoot at me. Please don't shoot at me. Let me throw another grenade. You see what I'm saying? I'm not disappointed about the nerf, okay? Because it was obviously a mistake, right? Or the fix. It's not even a nerf. It's a fix. What I'm disappointed about is the talent that comes with it. And nobody's bringing that up. Like, that's the kind of coverage we're getting from the people that are in the PTS. Is it a PC thing? Is it because PC people are great at throwing grenades, so maybe they don't mind it? This talent is whack. All the guys that are covering the PTS right now, all in their videos and stuff like that, none of them mentioned anything about the grenade thing. They're like, oh, the shotgun's really strong. It's really OP. It can kill everybody. It's probably gonna get nerfed. You know? But it's like, hey, are you not gonna mention the grenade thing? Like the grenade thing. Like the fact that it's really hard to huck a grenade, and there's some grenades that are easier than others, but again, that makes the Lefty situational. That's critical feedback, guys. And we've always been saying that since day one. Make the grenades more useful. And I don't know if that's just a console thing, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you PC players, maybe that's not a problem for you. Maybe you're having a really good time. It's fun for you to throw grenades, but on console, reality is it's like, I throw my grenades to get the NPCs out of cover, the ones that are hiding. And even then, like, I'm in cover and I'm kind of throwing the grenade, and it takes a minute to line up my grenade to make sure I'm getting it in the right spot. Like, it is not a smooth exercise, I promise you. And I've been playing this game since day one. I'm not the worst player in the Division 2, I promise you. And grenades are really clunky. The only grenade that really does it almost all the time is the fire grenade. We don't have access to those unless we're running survivalists, and that's not always gonna happen. That's the feedback that they needed to get. You're giving us talents nobody's gonna use. views. Like, that's the kind of feedback that they need to get, and nobody said that in any of their little PTS covered videos. Disappointed. Disappointed that this talent exists still. I want to see something saying like made grenade tossing easier, or we took out the grenade tossing thing. Either that, or we're all gonna have a clinic. I'm gonna put on a grenade tossing clinic. How to toss your grenade for the veteran player. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a veteran class. It will not be for newbies. If you're a newbie, do not attempt this mechanic. If you're new to the Division 2, do not attempt throwing a grenade. You will die by incoming damage because it takes so long to throw a grenade, and you're probably gonna miss. Welcome to the Division 2. What has happened? What just happened? I don't understand. PTS findings for today, people.
Follow me.